anybody in here? Get a sound check real quick, please. Give a few more minutes, I guess, for people to start filing in. It's kind of late putting the link up. Sorry about that. So we'll give a few more minutes before we get started. Jesus, what a deep falling wedge that is. All the way from back of August. Just down, down, down. Is anybody in here? If anybody's in here, you know, give me a sound check. Type in the chat box there or something. Okay, thank you. Alright guys, I know it's Sunday, so I'm sure everybody is probably, you know, getting ready for the new work week or probably already asleep or whatnot. So we'll briefly kind of go over phalanx indicator that was released this weekend. I'm going to let everybody try it out for a week or so. Top Goon X, if you guys haven't heard, which is Gooner's indicator. TradeView here, you know, the website that we chart on, apparently somehow deleted the script for Top Goon X. And I don't think Satoshi and them had a backup of it. But luckily, the latest version that was tweaked several times was, of course, a copy of previous versions, and they just made it better with each copy. So we still have the original scripts, so that Satoshi just has to go back and retweak so to speak, what the changes were, and hopefully he remembers it all. But until then, I'm gonna put phalanx out there for you guys. We've already had like 40 or 50 members so far drop me their TradeView names to let you guys play with it and test it out. And probably hadn't been out, 24 hours now, but so far I've already gotten some pretty decent reviews from people on it. I think even Gunnar is testing it out, and he says, it's pretty legit so far. So that's a good sign. So we'll see how it works over the next 7 days or so. And what I would hope out of everybody is to test it out on different time frames. And I'm going to explain a little bit how it works and what it is and everything. So I want you guys to try it on different time frames and record basically your buys and sells, so you can keep track of your percent gains and your percent losses on each trade. Now, whether if you want to write this down or do an Excel spreadsheet, that's up to you. I think Twitch has a really nice Excel spreadsheet set up to track his gains and losses over the next week using Phalanx. But if you haven't gotten access yet, just DM me either on Telegram or Discord and drop me your TradeView name, and I'll get you set up. Okay, so I guess let's just kind of dive into it. It's pretty cut and dry. It is about as simple as I can possibly make it. I try to tweak it and play with it to make it based off of my trading style. You guys have always seen me post divergences on my charts and playing off of RSI, the MACD, of course. So Phalanx is basically an indicator that just says what everybody wants out of a paid group. Signals that just say buy here, sell here. So that's essentially what Phalanx has done. And we could take Dash right here, for example. So like this green dot here, these green dots are a buy signal. So when the green dot pops up, you buy. And let's see, let's match this up here with this vertical line. Oops, did I click? Right there. So roughly about right there, which is roughly about right there. So this is saying that Phalanx indicator posted this buy right here on this candle, right here at the very bottom before we started to see this uptrend here. So somewhere, around 19, what is this, 21,000 Satoshi. And then this red dot here is the sell. So this was a sell signal. So let's see where it posted a sell. So it posted a sell right here on this candle. Okay, so we posted a buy down here on this one and posted a sell up here. So if you had done, and this is the daily, of course. Now this will work on multiple time frames, of course, as well as any pair. So Bitcoin, Ethereum pair, or even the USD pair. It works on all charts, all time frames. But of course, the smaller the time frame, the trickier it's going to be, because small time frames aren't that reliable. But of course, you guys always see me post on bigger pictures. Yeah, you guys see me post on the bigger picture, so I always try to start with the 12-hour or the daily to kind of accommodate everybody in time zones across the world. But anyways, so if Phalanx had posted the buy down here off of this candle, and let's say you bought it and you swing traded it, you didn't play all of the scalps on the smaller time frames in between, and you just sold up here. Let's see, so this would have brought us about 35 to 40% profit if selling right here at this candle. So that is how that works, really. And then here it posted another buy at the bottom of this candle. And I'm just using these lines, these vertical lines here, guys, to kind of match up where you see where the buy signal was giving and at what candle it was given at. So somewhere on this green candle, now I wasn't watching this, so I don't know if the buy signal came down here at the bottom or somewhere here in the middle. And then here is our other sale for this candle, somewhere in here. So this probably would have been a little bit of scalp play. So let's just say that it posted the buy here in the middle of the candle, and it posted the sell signal somewhere in the middle of that one. So if you had played this using phalanx here on the daily for swing trade, you know, you got 35 to 40% profit here just on these two signals. And then let's say you see where it bounced right here on the 20 MA. Okay, we're still using the basic TA that I always do. So we're using the moving average as support. So here we bounced off of the 20-day moving average and rejected again off of the 100-day moving average. So if you played this first buy signal and sold on this first sell signal, like again 35-40% profit, and this happened over 9 days. So that's a swing trade right there, guys. 9 days is a swing hold. Now again, that's if you did not play any other dips. If you use phalanx on smaller time frames, you probably could have stretched that out to 50 to 60% profits over those 9 days. But anyways, so 35 to 40% right here in this zone. And then if you bought again on this dot somewhere in this zone and sold on this dot somewhere in this zone, another 15, 16, 17% profit. So that's essentially the gist of how it works. Green dots are buys, red dots are sells. Now these purple dots here are signals for bullish divergence, okay? This is not a very good example of this because all of this here is choppiness. So I'd be very, very cautious when you are playing choppy zones. You see a lot of it right here. But even still, looks like it posted the buy signal on this candle and posted the sell signal somewhere on this candle. So this could have been a quick, 5 to 8% scalp just right here between these three candles. Oops, I didn't mean to pump that up. I probably wouldn't have played this little zone here because I would still rely on my MACD settings, and this is what we're trying to do here. We're trying to play with it and bounce it off different time frames and tweak the indicators to make it a bit more accurate, because when you're in sideways choppy zones, it's very hard to trade anyways. But looking at Dash now, God, I hope it doesn't eventually come to see this wick down here. This is that is a really long ways to go still if Dash were to die. But looking at it right now, if we're just making an update on this chart, so to speak, let me clean these up here before I start cluttering up my chart too much. Okay, so we're in a falling wedge pattern here. Looks like we're bottoming out on this bottom here. Now again, the MACD looks pretty well reset. We got some overextension down here. Now again, the overextension means that there's a gap or a great distance between the histogram and the MACD lines themselves. So now we're looking at a MACD cross, and right there you can see a little hint of a bullish histogram. And up here on Four Kings, this little green bar right here is signaling the MACD crossover. Okay, And now look where Phalanx is giving us the buy signal. Oops, right there. So if we match this up all the way down, let's just do it all the way down, see where it's giving us the buy signal. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit here. Okay, so Phalanx here is giving us the signal well in advance before the reversal, quite literally at the bottom of the bottom here at about 18,100 Satoshi or something. So this was a really, really good buy-in. I didn't catch it right here. I think me and another member, I think I bought it 18.3. Let me see. Let me find out what time frame that was. Or was it hourly? I think I played hourly on this one. Yeah, I think this is what Keith and I were looking at the other day, and I charted something like that. Let me extend that out, because yeah, I had something like this charted for this hourly. Now again, you got all of these buys and sells here in this choppy zone here. Probably some really small scalp profits, probably even some losses. So I probably wouldn't have traded this. So you have to be careful when using Phalanx. Because when you see this black line here, for example, how it's just kind of riding flat, even though it's a lot of buys and sells within this flat zone right here. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have traded this zone. I mean, of course, you know, the deeper this line is here, obviously that is a very good signal to put in a buy, because you see down here in this valley matched up with this valley, and you see where the sell was giving up here. So this was a really good play there. I didn't catch this one though, so that was a good scalp. I played this one though. I did play this one. I caught the buy. Let's see, Phalanx posted a buy about 18,000 Satoshi. I think I got it somewhere here at about 18.32, somewhere right in here, I believe. So I'm gonna, yeah, I want my horizontal line. So somewhere in there, and then I of course had this falling wedge pattern drawn because I saw the pattern where these tops were making a nice line all the way down. So I had this from here down, and I had this pegged for my sell target here because it kind of matches up right there at the tops of those candles. So I bought here off of the buy signal from Phalanx. I bought here at about 18.3, a little bit above where Phalanx posted the buy. I kind of got in just a tad late, but I did sell at 20.0100 or something. So it was about 9.8% profit, I think is what I wrote down for it. And because this is where Phalanx posted the sell. See, I don't like where it posted the sell here, because you would have missed about 3 to 4% profit where it sold here. So, I mean, you kind of have to just play with the different time frames to see what works best. But going forward on Dash, if anybody's looking at this for a play, I still think let me see here. Okay, so Phalanx still does have the buy on the daily here at the bottom. So there's no sale posted if you are looking for if you bought a long bag and you're looking for a swing trade. So I would like to see this bigger falling wedge pattern break first. However, I think we may probably top out up here to test this top of this trend line one more time, and then maybe even break out of it. Probably here. Now, of course, look at the 7-day moving average here. We're rounding out here, and our last two candles are holding above the 7-day moving average as support. So what I'm going to be looking for, what I want to see, is the 7-day to round out and then curl up, and then we'll probably come test this zone up here for resistance. Okay, oops. And then once we test this zone, we'll catch a reset, and we'll probably do a backline test off of the back of this line before curling up. So that's what I want to see for Dash here. Noza, after the trial, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you guys play with it for a week. If Top Goon X isn't back online after a week, then I may let you guys keep it for another week, because what I want is feedback from you guys. Chevy and Top Goon X that we put on the bot did great in back testing. But of course, live testing, you know, we run into some problems. So what I'm kind of doing things opposite with you guys and Phalanx. I'm letting you guys live test it, because I can sit here and I can go back through this and say, and look at, okay, well, I'll look at all these buy zones here, which is all this here. Phalanx posted a sell up here. So I can sit here and manually back test it. But I want you guys, and what I want help on is you guys to play on different time frames with it. So, you know, if you're a swing trader, play the daily here. Scalper, you know, you can try the hourly, because look on hourly here. Phalanx posted a buy right there, which is somewhere in here, right off of this 200-day moving average. So see where it posted the buy here, and look where the candle price is, right there off the 200-day moving average. That's my kind of trading right there. That's my style, using moving averages as support. So this is what I'm trying to capture here. But you know, if you caught the buy down here, you know, you're already up 2%. So far, it's looking good. We're signaling a MACD crossover here and looking for it down here. So I'd expect probably, if this doesn't start pumping for a nice huge third wave, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know what wave that is. Don't even get me lying to you on the wave count. But I'll probably expect another rejection up here on the hourly for a deeper MACD reset, for it to go back up again. But so if you caught the buy, so let's just say if you were scalping, you're already up 2% on that buy, and this posted the buy today, just a few hours ago. But so far on the daily, see, there's our nice little poke of the histogram there. So nice hold here for Dash. You guys are over here having your own little chat on the side here. But after the trial, Noza, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it back offline and look at all of your guys' notes, or, well, take your feedback, rather, and tweak it some more, play with it, and I'll work with Satoshi or my guy who's a coder too, and, you know, kind of play with it and see if we can make it better. And then we'll decide, you know, the admins will decide what to do with Phalanx at that point. If we roll it into a package, or if there's just like a small fee for our current members to keep it and use it, because we could even combine it with Top Goon or Chevy in some sense, and make like the ultimate Binance bot out of this indicator, if it works well, with your guys' feedback, of course. Okay, but this is what I'm looking for on Dash. I want to see this area up here for resistance first. Currently, all indicators on the daily support this. So I don't think it's too late to get in on Dash yet, because technically we're only 8% off the bottom. So if Dash happens to be going on a full reversal, and this is our target zone, you can still play this for, 20 to 25%. So if this plays out this way, you may catch one more small dip to scoop off of the 7-day moving average. But this is the target zone that I want to see. Indicators so far support this. So this is what I'm going to leave for Dash. Well, good, Noza. Thank you. I'm glad you like Phalanx so far. I got banned on BitMEX too. Freaking Tunnel Bear glitched or something. I don't know. But, I got that notice that they were going to suspend my account. And I had 7 days to move my funds off BitMEX, which really made me sad. Because the Ethereum bot, I think, raked in like 22% profits right before that happened. So I'm kind of bummed about that. And then, of course, if anybody was on the Litecoin bot, when Litecoin had their Lightning Network news released yesterday or something, I think the Litecoin bot posted like 60 or 70% profit with 5x margin. Yes, Con, I don't know what rock you're living under. We have an ETH bot, we have a Litecoin bot, a Bitcoin bot, and a Binance bot. But the bots are for like a premium package. We're still testing them. So we haven't fully released them yet. We've only had just a few members sign up for those bots, because that's all the slots that we had chosen. Okay, moving on to ONT. Thank you. God, I saw this. This is reversing nicely here, because I was kind of scared on this one too. Because you got this wick here. Even though we look like we have bottomed out here. I think I could bring this down just a little bit more. Look at this. Perfect touch to match this wick over here. We caught the bottom on this wick over here. We didn't, well, not buy it, caught it as in bought it, but looks like we have double bottom, and I hope bottomed out. This long choppy period of absolutely nothing, and then hopefully we will start to see the reversal here. Let's pray anyways. Otherwise, let me go back real quick. Otherwise, if we fall out here on ONT, we'll drop another 20 to 21% to meet the bottom of this wick for a full 100% reset. But I think we're pretty well at 95% reset as it is. 90%. Okay, so we did 90% on a reset here. I hope that's close enough. Okay, this is what I'm waiting on. We're already starting to see a crossover here on the MACD. Phalanx has not posted a buy yet, but I have a feeling it will very, very soon, because this looks like we're bottoming out, and our 7-day moving average looks like it's rounding off here. But we still do look at the MACD lines touching there. Let me lighten this up. That's getting really, really close. And then, of course, our histogram here. Okay, note all of this here. This is getting shorter, shorter, and now there's practically nothing. So the next daily candle, probably tomorrow sometime, we should cross bullish, which is when I am hoping to see a buy on Phalanx like we did right here with Dash on this daily. So Dash, we got the buy signal down here. So I'm hoping if we move up just a little bit more in price, we'll see the buy signal on Phalanx. But I'm already in. I got too excited because, I mean, if this is the bottom for ONT, then I'm at the bottom. Thank you. I bought 1406 on this one early this morning. So for targets, oops, let me zoom out here. For targets, I mean, we got quite a bit of profits to gain if we are reaching this zone here off of the bottom of these candles up here for this resistance. But let's not get too carried away. We still play the zones. So off of this wick, and this wick here looks like a pretty good target. Would make sense. We can probably plot another one. I want to say there. That looks okay too. You might catch one in here too. But you got these candle tops here and this wick top on this one, and then you got these two candle bottoms here. Let's see what the risk reward ratio posts for us. Obviously, that would be some awesome profits there if this does like a full-on waves type reversal. But we would need something significant coming out of them fundamentally and news-wise. From what I know, O&T has a solid team. I don't know if it's one of their devs or one of their board members is a former interior minister of industry from China or something like that. So they obviously, Ontology has some serious Chinese connections, which we love because Chinese love technology and innovation. So we're going to play this wedge first here. This looks nice. Okay, so still waiting on 7-day moving average to round out here. I'm not expecting some kind of big pump here within the next, I don't know, 2 to 3 days maybe. Got to give this time to round out before we start to see a pump. It would be nice though, of course, if it just did it tomorrow. That'd be awesome. Especially given the overextension in the MACD and how hard this is starting to curl up. I mean, if this just curled and just mooned, that would be fantastic. So again, no buy signal yet on phalanx. I think there is one on the 12-hour. Yes, look at all of the purple dots there. Look at all of that. Very nice, some bullish divergence posting right there. And here is where you see the divergence. Let's draw a big blue line here. Okay, so from here down to here, we go. Okay, our price makes a lower low. And here's our RSI right here. That's this middle gray line on the Four Kings indicator. Oops. And there is our bullish divergence, and this is where it is posting these as strong buy signals. And look where this purple dot here is posting right here on this crossover right there. So I'm really liking this post so far. I still don't think it's quite ready yet, so there's still plenty of time to get in. If anybody is looking at this play, because technically we're only 4% off the bottom. So this is still a really good time to get in. Daily, of course, still hasn't crossed bullish yet. Look at the 2-day even. Look at the 2-day rounding out. So this is how I know that we're not quite ready yet. We still got time on ontology here because the histogram looks like it's got a little more ways to go, as well as the MACD lines to round out. And of course, the 7-day moving average isn't rounded out either. But as it stands right now, O&T, you're pretty much looking at the bottom. I don't think, and see, even on the 3-day, we got our first pink histogram. So this is signaling that a cooling off or the selling pressure is quite over. So I still say that this has got quite a few days left. We might catch a pump up here and then back down for a reset. Because like we see a lot of times, 7-day can round out. Candle could pump.
and then come back down to act as support off of the 7-day moving average. So this is what I hope to see. I hope to see a quick pump out of this, 20%, 22%, and snag it. And then we play it from there. Okay, so this is what I see for ontology. So far, it looks pretty good to me, guys. Yeah. Okay, CDT. Let's move on. Let me look. Let's start at daily first. This is, excuse me. This is beautiful. If you ask me, this is really, really nice. Look here, we got making higher lows all the way across here. MACD, we got the, we got a small reset and then it went up for another pump and then back down for another reset. So this is what I like to see on a MACD, because when you got a nice bullish run like we saw here, it'll come down for a small reset and then a small pump and then back down again for another reset. So this is what I really like. And look at Phalanx buy signals here. Oh, this is gorgeous. Got a buy there, which is about right there. And the sell signal, obviously on this red candle, I have no idea where this would have posted the sell, because that is a big dump candle. But even still, I mean, yeah, that's a 60% pump right there. So even still, if you played this one, let's just say if we had Phalanx back then and we caught this, let's just say anywhere you sold up here, even 40% profits roughly on that. And then now we're back down for another full reset off of the trend line. And now again, we are posting a buy signal on Phalanx. And we're looking at another MACD crossover right here. And the histogram as well. And then, of course, our 7-day moving average has rounded out. So CDT also looks really great. And look at the Stoch RSI down here. Just bottomed out. And as it rounded out the corner, so did the candle price and the 7-day moving average. So I really like this. I think we may see just another small green histogram for the MACD here. I want to see us reject somewhere off the top of this trend line one more time. So I want to see this small reset and then back down again and then up. So the price would, what I want to see, and this is exactly what I saw on MDA, and I'll show you guys here in a second. So what I want to see is I want to see the price come up and then back down and then out. We've still got a coil inside this wedge. So I don't think this is a deep enough MACD, even though you kind of see it almost double bottom here, or form a double bottom just on here. But I still want to see it come just a little bit deeper. So if we see this histogram be very short, but we see another little pump swing channel or something, we've got about another 40% for this one. So I'm going to plot a sell. I don't know, that may be a little too high. I'm going to come down here. Oh, yeah, look at that. Okay, so I came down here off the top of these candles here and the bottom of these here. Top of this wick, which happened to line up perfectly with this trend line. Now, whether if it actually, hits that trend line or rejects right there, that's a different story. But this is what I would like to see. So right now, CDT looks good. And of course, we're still scraping the bottom right here. So I'd say this is a good entry. And of course, Phalanx is posting our buy. So this looks good to me so far right here, guys. I like CDT. Now, in the event that this just goes full Bulgarian and breaks out of this wedge, well, then we'll plot another resistance zone there for a double top. Oh, probably right there as well. So we'll see how this plays out since we got the buy signal on phalanx here, right here at the bottom. So it's signaling that we're going to see a reversal in trend here. So I want to, if you guys are playing this one, if this is your coin of choice, if you're playing blocks, as it's called, blocks right here, CDT, play this channel first. So play this triangle wedge pattern and see if you can snag this 38 to 40% profit right there. Okay. PHX. See, see what I'm talking about here? How the phalanx line is, this black line right here is just flat, as well as the MACD. This is that choppy zone that I was talking about. You guys, whatever time frame you're playing on with phalanx, to watch for, because this would result in either a lot of small losses and small gains, or a nightmare. Who knows? So you kind of have to, I wouldn't rely on phalanx alone. Of course, back it off of other indicators. Like right now I'm looking at a bottomed out Stoch RSI that is curling up right here. If we put a trend line on this, I wouldn't say this is a very solid trend line because we only got a touch here and then a touch here. I would have liked to have seen this touch here to give me a little bit more confidence that this would be a legit, excuse me, a legit trend line. But we can, well, we just don't have the chart history really to play this. What is this right here? Is that a green arrow? It is a green arrow for no reason. Okay, anyways. Okay, so right now, Four Kings is signaling a MACD crossover right here because we see this bullish histogram and our MACD lines crossed. Phalanx is posting a buy signal, and these three dojis right here, these three doji candles, are kind of signaling that the selling pressure is over. That this is finding support because this is in a pretty nice heavy support zone here. I'll probably bring that down a little bit more. That looks like shit. So this is a pretty heavy support zone. Bouncing off of a trend line, 7-day moving average. I want to see it round out just a little bit more, but this could easily just pump just as well. Still not enough chart history, to be quite frank with you, to give me a definite answer to see where this goes. Although the MACD here, we are a bit still way under where we need to be. So this very well could reverse because it looks like the MACD is moving up. Look at the Stoch here, or the stock RSI, whatever. Okay, so check this out. So we broke this downtrend line here. If you want to play that, this falling wedge here, the Stoch RSI broke this, and we're getting a buy signal with a bullish divergent signal on phalanx. So this is a strong buy. Purple dots are a strong buy, in my sense, anyways. They're really signaling a bullish divergence bounce, I guess you can say. So we're going to, and again, 7-day moving average with some nice candles there. Targets, well, I guess we can turn this one red, call that a target. I like, well, it could quite well reject off of the 200-day moving average there. I was going to go just a little bit higher to maybe catch the bottom of this wick because it lines up with this wick over here, which lines up with some other shit over here. So there's a resistance zone. Oops, I don't know why I just zoomed in so bad right there. Okay, so there's one, and we'll put another resistance zone there and another target somewhere up change that because this is, yeah. Oops. Actually, I do like that. Well, no, let's leave it right there. Because you got a wick there which lines up with the top of a bunch of candles there. I was gonna move it to the bottom of this wick, but you know what? If we even reach this zone and we caught a sale, but it did actually come up and check here, I'm not gonna worry about that 1 extra percent. So this is what I'm seeing. Falling wedge there. Perfectly touch, lots of touches. Something like that. A smaller falling wedge channel. If you want to get technical, make the wedge touch all the way down here. I say this is pretty close to the bottom of the apex as it is. So if this were a a nice falling wedge channel, which it looks like it is, we're pretty well to the apex. So I think we're going to scrape off of this trend line here. Let me make this blue. So I think we're going to scrape off of this blue trend line if we continue, if we start to go bullish here in the 7-day rounds out. I would certainly be looking at this heavy confluent zone first for a target. We'll probably see a pullback around here. So there's about 15 to 20% right there for the first target. Again, not a great lot of chart history because we could very well continue down further just a little bit more and we could bottom out right there on the bottom of this trend line. Because you got another heavy support zone down here. So if we break this trend line right here, this would be our next buy at about 190, but yeah, about 190 Satoshi. So I'm gonna say if we break about 210, if we break about 210, then we're gonna see 190 zone. I don't know. This is kind of tricky here because you got a lot of confluence here and nice falling wedge here. So far, everything is pointing to a reversal, especially with this trend line break on the Stoch RSI. So I'm kind of liking this right now as it stands. All right, let's move to everybody's favorite shitcoin. Okay, SV. I'm not liking the way that this looks right now, and here's why. Even though Phalanx has not posted a sale yet, I believe it will probably on this next candle. And I say that because look at the weakness. Look at the weakness right here in the RSI. We are failing to break above, and the Stoch RSI above it too. You got a double top up here on the Stoch RSI, and both these indicators are curling down. You may get one small, probably back to 2400 even, maybe on the next candle. But we are failing to break this line right here and close above it because this is a pretty heavy resistance zone. So I'd be really shocked if this continues. Let's check out a higher time frame. So you look where Phalanx posted the buy. Right down here at the bottom. Now, I didn't catch the bottom of the bottom on this one like it has the others. We've seen quite a few bottom buys being signaled here. So it missed this bottom buy zone, or at least the bottom, by about 3 to 4%. Let's see if it caught it on a smaller time frame. Well, the 2-hour did. The 2-hour caught it at the bottom of the bottom. So if you were playing this on this 2-hour time frame, you would have caught this bottom here. Now there is no sale signal yet, but let's just say that you went ahead and sold here. Would you be locking in about 17%? What's hourly show? Yeah, hourly. Okay, see here is an orange dot on the hourly. So this is signaling bearish divergence. Let's see if we... Oh, that's very tight. It's very, very slight. Okay, so we pulled the divergence from the top of this candle over here to the top of this candle. So our RSI right here at this peak to the top of this peak. So our RSI is actually declining while our price is increasing. So that's what this orange dot does. This orange dot is signaling the rejection on the bearish divergence. So this is saying, hey, get out now, get the hell out, because this is about to drop, is essentially what the orange dots are saying. So this orange dot is a strong sell because it's signaling the drop in the bearish divergence. Pretty neat, huh? I like how this how this is playing out with this signal here. So and here is the bullish divergence. Let's see if we actually got our bullish divergence. Damn, we went way over there. Okay, so the purple dot here, here is our bullish divergence. It's very slight, however, because you got to touch here, touch here, touch here. Now the purple dot is the strong buy, which is signaling the bounce off of the bullish divergence. So that's the strong buy signal. So far it's working as designed. So you just kind of have to play with the different time frames, guys, and record your percent gains and losses, and even keep track of what prices you bought and sell at. So yeah, this is a sell right here for me, guys, by the way. So if you guys remember from the last live stream, come on, work with me. See, I think I was playing on the 5-minute here. It's a lot of 5 minutes. So this is what I was doing when I started playing with it myself. If you guys remember the last live stream or not, so this is what I want you guys to do. I mean, you can do your own setup if you want, but this is one way I was keeping track of it. So I entered here at 338 off of this signal, sold off of this signal because look here, choppy sideways, didn't sell here. But I still played off of the MACD on this as well. So the sell signal given here at about 664, I almost caught the top of that pretty much. But I also noticed right here that the MACD was failing. So this was my signal that, hey, we're about to drop. So I posted my buy, my sell, and then my rebuy, and then a small loss because I tried to play this choppy zone and that didn't work out. But again, I should have known better because the MACD didn't even look that great to begin with. So I should have known better than to play this little zone here. I should have waited and gone a little bit further. But again, if you played, played the hourly chart, I mean, look at the buy signal down here. That's the bottom, guys. That is the bottom of this trend. And choppy could have sold up here and then rebought here off of the 20-day moving average. And then look at this here. You got a red and an orange, red and an orange, all in this zone up here signaling, get out. So if you had played this and let's just say you held even. If you played this and somehow were busy and didn't catch these sales, but you managed to log back on and check and you saw these bearish divergence signals or these strong sell signals, that's a 50% profit in a day. Day and a half. So there's you can play this however you want. This could have been much higher if you've been playing 15 minutes time frame, just buying and selling when fouling said to. So in this same 50% area here, you probably could have played all of these waves and probably brought in 60 to 75% or something. So I'll leave it up to you guys to play the zones how you want to play. But definitely keep track of your sells and buys and all your gains and all that stuff. And then if you have any notes on how you think we can improve it, definitely jot those down for me too, please. Okay, so anyways, back here to this turd. Hourly, we're looking pretty ugly. 12-hour. Phalanx posted a buy. You can expect this to come down because look at the 7-day moving average. We're rounding out. Held this candle as support. I imagine this is going to come down probably to meet it as support. Let's see. 6 hours still shows. So again, if you're playing a 6-hour chart and you're swing trading, we're not showing a sell yet. So this could still show some upside. I'm not going to bank on it, but I'm going to say that this is probably a sell zone right there. So if you're still going to swing trade it, I would be looking probably at this zone right here at about 2,700 for the next resistance zone. Again, not near enough chart history to really call anything on this. Okay, Bitcoin, just in case anybody is wondering, choppy. Lots of no trade zones right there. I think this was an old note here. I was looking at the MACD rounding, and it looks like that's playing out so far. 7-day is rounding out, and look at these candles right here. So far, these are doji candles, so these are signaling both indecision and a possible reversal. Because this is telling me that the selling pressure is over. Phalanx posted a buy and a strong buy off of a bullish divergence. And there it is. And then from there to there, it's exaggerated divergence. So from there... Well, I'm not sure if that is a divergence. No, I don't know. I don't like that. These 3 candles right here, because it would technically start down here. Oh, I'm sorry. Damn, I'm losing my mind. I need sleep. Yeah, this is a bullish divergence. RSI is making a higher low, price making a lower low. Duh. And then here's our bullish divergence strong buy, signaling that we should see a reversal soon. Now I know the famous $1 million question is how high is this going to go? I would like to see this as an absolute top, but I am not at all confident in that whatsoever. I really only see this is really all I see right here, guys. I mean, with all of the FUD and the drainness going on in the market and there's no new money in, I do not see Bitcoin doing a freaking 80%, 90% pump. I only see this area right here for one last relief bounce before we head back down further. But again, this looks like this could be, we got some time. This could be several days away or something. XRP, I know this is Gunner's baby. I know he's on top of this, but I shared this with him too. And I think he kind of agrees with this. It's looking great anyways. I shared this with AP also. I think AP is the guy that did a guest live stream with Gunner. And he likes this as well. Phalanx again, got some strong buy signals and the bullish divergence. MACD crossover here, this little baby bullish histogram, and our MACD lines crossed, 4 kings, in this green zone right here, signaling the crossover, and we got some nice a nice trend line here. So this is what I was looking for further back on PHX. I was looking for another touch back here to give me a little bit more solid of a chart to draw a trend line from. But it works better here on XRP. I hate this coin, but whatever. So yeah, it is what it is. So I'm going to look at these two targets first. Nice candle tops here for a resistance zone. And then you got all these candle bottoms. This is a very nice floor right here, but since we're below it, coming up, it's going to act as a ceiling. So this is a very nice solid ceiling. I don't whatsoever see it going above this anytime soon, given the, the overall health of the market. So again, this is a swing trade target and a big swing trade target. I mean, that's yeah. So I wouldn't put a whole lot of stock in reaching up here. But if we do reach up here, and if you open a long down here, because we got two buy signals and a strong buy signal on Phalanx, and we do catch a reversal, I'd probably wait just a little bit more before opening a long, because we are scraping the bottom, and if your stop loss is kind of tight, you may get stopped out or liquidated even, and then it moons without you. So I'd wait for a little bit more confirmation before opening a long, especially if you have high leverage. But if you did a 5x or a 10x leverage and we did hit either one of these zones, these are still really nice profit targets. Might even catch somewhere in there. So here's about 23 to 30% right here. And if we just so happen to make it all the way up here to reject off the 100-day moving average, super great. Okay, last one, VET. And this is one really, 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 I mean, that's an ungodly long falling wedge here. I mean, this goes, let's see, this topped out back in August. So we're looking at 112 days, 111 days of just downtrend. Okay, so it looks like the downtrend may have found some support. We did a full 100% reset off of this wick right here. Phalanx posted a buy here and then posted a sell here. So this probably would have been a break even, because it looks like it posted a buy on this candle and a sell on this candle. Ugh, that's ugly. So this probably would have been a break even, maybe even a small loss if you played this one. But now we're posting a buy signal and a strong buy signal currently. 7-day moving average, of course, looks like it's rounding out and scraping the bottom there. Stoch RSI, so this is giving me a little bit of confidence right here. Bottomed out, and now it's reversing. The RSI is really low still. So this, I'd like to see a little bit more confirmation. So I bet we see a little bit more sideways movement here. Does it enough chart history for a 2-day? Well, that gives me some good confidence too. Look at this. The 2-day is even posting a buy signal. Okay, so that gives me a little bit more confidence there. The higher the time frame, guys, the more solid the trend is. So if you're looking at hourly and you're not sure which direction it's going to go over the next few days, zoom out to like the 2-day or 3-day, so it gives you more solid feel of the overall trend. So let's plot some targets down. Probably right there. Probably in there. So I'm going to put these down for targets. most likely this here, because we're gonna see this 100-day moving average move down, so we might catch a rejection there.
I don't advise going all in RBM. That's totally up to you. Because if you look at O&T, of course, you got the same thing. For all we know, I mean, O&T did a full 100% reset also with a deep falling wedge. And if we zoomed out to its 2-day, its 2-day chart is lagging just behind, a little behind VET. So this is what signals to me that O&T is not ready yet. But VET, on the other hand, we've already got the bullish crossover and a nice buy signal here on the 2-day for VET, whereas O&T, there's no buy signal. Not yet. And again, I'm waiting on it on the daily even. So I think we're going to scrape here for the next few days on O&T before starting a reversal. VET looks like it is a little bit of ahead, and it also looks like we're only about 4% off the bottom. So right now VET looks pretty good, not gonna lie. VET looks good. So let's just say if we bought 106, so well, you might catch a resistance zone in there. I don't want to just jump straight from 20 to 50%, but we're still bleeding, guys. So let's not get excited and just hold out and set targets up here for the higher targets. Play the zones, please. Play this this short-term target here, because that may be all we get. VET may catch a relief bounce short-term, and then it could bleed out more. But I think I remember somebody saying that VET had a gap at like a penny. And I think we're below a penny now. So if there was a gap, it's certainly filled by now. But play this zone right here. So this looks good for about 20% right here. So I'm going to leave that. Nice. Got a 104 last night. Awesome. So are there any questions on Phalanx? Let's zoom into a 15-minute. Well, this is not going to be... Yeah, I'm not liking this. I mean, the chart's fine for, you know, the long-term thing. I don't like that MACD, of course. That's ugly. That's overextended. But I mean, I'm sure there's a lot on the order books here for VET. So you might catch 108 to 110 maybe before a pullback to, I don't know, 105, 104. May not happen that way either. I mean, look at all of these buy signals here. You got one sell signal, but then you got two purple bullish divergence or two purple strong buy signals when it bottomed out, you know, here at 102, 103. So I mean, so far the overall trend looks to be reversing. This is very nice. Okay, any questions, guys, on Phalanx, how to use it? If anybody is in the live stream now and didn't get added, DM me your TradeView name so I can get you added. Or if anybody re-watches or happens to watch this recording when I post it, then if you don't have access to Phalanx yet, definitely get a hold of me and I'll get you hooked up. Oh yeah, I wanted to show MDA. Alright, so this is what I had posted for MDA, and I think CDT is forming the same similar pattern here as far as this wedge goes. So, let's see, Phalanx posted the buy down here for the first buy, and then it had some choppy shit.
and then a couple other zones here. But even if you were swing trading this and just held down here, and let's see, where's the sell signal given? About right there. So I mean, shit, there's 53% profit right there just from buying down here off the bottom of this trend line, and then catching a bounce. And let's just say, even if you sold here or here, I mean, that's still roughly the same zone. You know, still 50% profits. But I had posted this in premium, I think the other day, that this is what I was looking at, this resistance zone. And it looks like I missed it by, I think, 1.5% is what I told Gunnar. 2%. All right, so I missed the top there by 2%. So sorry guys, I suck. But if you're still in MDA for whatever reason, now would be a good time to get out because you're still up here near the top. Even if you bought anywhere in this area, you can see the MACD did not quite make a higher high either. Trend line on the MACD works just as well as trend line anywhere else. RSI is falling too. So this is going to drop again, probably somewhere in this zone. I don't know if we'll get another touch off the bottom of this trend line again, but we'll certainly see this zone somewhere probably. This is a nice support zone. So I suck. If anybody was in MDA, you missed. I mean, we missed by 2% at the top. But I always advise that wherever I set my resistance lines or my sell lines that I'd like to see, to sell under. Don't, you know, set your buy right at that line because I put it there. I point out where, because I mean, look, you got candle bottom wicks, candle bottoms, some candle bottoms, candle tops, and a wick top, all that wonderful stuff. So that's what I set for a resistance target. But you want to make sure to get out and lock in profits that you sell under it. And same for support zone. So if this was our support zone here, you want to set your buy just a little bit above, just to make sure that you get in and you're filled. So everybody has phalanx, should have phalanx. Have fun with it, enjoy it. Take notes, jot down anything that you'd like to see different or anything that might can improve it. And you don't have to even jump from coin to coin. I mean, look at all, the different, even if you went hourly, look at all the different zones that you could play and have fun with it. You can scalp the absolute crap out of something. I think GVT, yeah, look at Genesis Vision. Look at this. Buy with a strong buy at the absolute bottom with a sell on not quite at the top. Let's see. About 7% down from the top, but still about 20% profit. So now we're seeing the downtrend. I expect this to be shallow because I think this is the bottom for GVT. So I think we'll see. A support right there. Nope, that's not the bottom. We may see a further downtrend. It's daily show. Yeah, even the daily. Well, the daily still hasn't posted a sale. So see, this is where Phalanx can get tricky because Phalanx posted a buy with a strong buy on these two candles that pumped, but it did not post a sale to lock in targets. So don't so if let's just say you bought on the bottom there and you're still holding, you'd still be up in profit. You'd still be up 11.5, almost 12%, but you would have missed all of this profit up here. So certainly don't use Phalanx alone, okay? Still rely on your other indicators and your support and resistance zones as well on higher time frames. I think on shorter time frames,
it'll most definitely, like on the hourly, it'll probably catch the downtrend reversals. So you probably would have locked in a little bit, another 5% profit or something. Okay, guys, that's it for me. I'm signing off, getting ready for bed. I'll post these charts and I'll post this live streams on the premium. So if anybody has any questions over the week on phalanx or any of the charts, you can always look back or just DM me and ask me what's up. Thanks, guys.